It's always a pleasure to be back on your screens and an absolute delight to host the Women Series program. And for the very last time this year, 2021, welcome to the Women Series program where we capture developments and stories that impact women. My name is Ayomide Ogutoye, and thank you to everyone for sticking by all through the year. You know what? I'm just going to save thank yous for later. So today we're reflecting on all we've had this year, picking out the top 10, that's 5, top 10 years. Picking out the top 10 most viewed episodes of the program and highlighting and reminding ourselves of the important messages in this episode. So here we go. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! Yes, and on number 10, we have the episode with Aisha Yesufu, the social-political activist, where we talked about the expectations, the threats, and the opportunities for women in politics. I loved how she highlighted the societal odds that have unconsciously played against women and invariably affecting the chances of women in the political space.
And when it comes to politics, it's more glaring because if you look at politics, politics does not start from the political participation per se. Politics starts from even our own houses. So you started politics when we were kids. But what happened? The boys could go out. The boys can go out and go and play football right after school. It's expected of them to leave the house to go and meet their fellow boys within the area, and they play ball. And it's either who is bringing the ball, who is choosing who is going to be part of the team. They get to participate in politics, but most times women, the girls, are supposed to be at home. They're the ones that are supposed to help mommy in the kitchen. They're the ones that are supposed to cook. They're the ones that are supposed to do it. So you find out that they're in individual clusters. They are not meeting. They are not finding that political participation. They are not learning it. They are not knowing what it is, what involves, what power is all about. How is it that you come out and you get your place in a place, how you're chosen to be part of a team and all of that. So they're denied all of these things. You come to issue of family meetings, where also sort of like politics is going on. But guess what? As a woman, you're told that you can't be a part of the family meeting. Your own family will tell you if you're married, you're somewhere else, you can't be part of it. And if and then when you go to your husband's family, they're going to tell you that you are not really part of the family. So you find out that you've lost your identity. Even as women, you change your name, you move on. So to be found later on is very difficult. It's easy to find your male students that you've lost contact with 20 years ago because he probably still has his own surname. But when you come to the woman, she has lost her identity. You can't even find her. So when it comes to time to do politics, you find out that you are already, handicapped because you've not started learning all of these things that are very vital organically that you will use to be able to do, have part to be in the political world. And then, of course, we have the situation whereby as a woman, you're called a prostitute because you want to do politics. You are denied the opportunity. People say to you, how are you going to do midnight meetings? Who says political meetings have to be at midnight? And then you find out that also money, the ability to have that money, ability to have that support, they are not there. So a lot of things are holding women back in politics. And I think one of the things that need to happen is that women need to find that creative way to be out there. No matter what happens, keep staying there and keep going, asking for that, demanding and making campaigns and letting people know that you want to serve them and not just go away. It is a tough road, but it's something that a lot of women can find themselves there as long as we're not giving up.
Well, we are very much aware now. And come 2023, I really want to hope that we are ready. We're rising to the occasion. And trust me, it is no war like I usually say. It is no gender war. But if a man can do it, definitely, we can do it as well. And on number 9 is the episode with Elizabeth Abimbola, the Southwest Regional Director of the Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria. And we talked about women and their health, the implications, and of course, the benefits. All I'm going to say is please, please, and please, as we go into year 2022, take your health seriously.
Every woman should make sure she goes for mammogram every year, once in a year. It's not too much. It's not too expensive for your life. It is because you are healthy that you can go out there and make wealth.
I know, right?
So It's not out of place, but unfortunately for us, in this side of the globe, we don't really cherish investigation. We'll be considering the cost. And I do tell women out there in the communities, it is because you are still standing on your feet that you can go to do your trade, that you can go to work if you are the working class people. So whatsoever you want to achieve, make sure and ensure that you keep yourself in good health, especially the women folk.
And on number 8 was the episode we spoke on parenting and addressing the anomalies. And my guest was the beautiful Ofonime Basi, a certified practitioner in the family system engineering. And for me, it was such an eye-opening and a wake-up call to the importance and the right to right parenting. Yeah. So they say that there is no manual to parenting, right? But one thing that I took out of that episode was parental education is a necessity. Take it or leave it.
Okay, how you can establish parenting education is, like I've said, if we can inculcate it in our systems, in educational systems, 1. 2, in gatherings. See, if we have a government that promotes family. Now, one of the things we forget is that the family is the most important nation on earth. And so if the whole family can if the whole country can acknowledge that the family is the most important nation on earth and the production factory of the society, government organizations, schools, churches, support groups, everybody has that at the back of their mind. Believe you me, things will change. If they promote policy, if they put up policies in place that promote that, so they'll realize that if you go to your place of work and it's emphasized, look, you have to fend for your family, you have to do this for your family, you have to be a good parent, somehow it will drum. They leave their places of work and go to their religious organizations. They drum it there as well. Family is important. Family is key. No matter what you're doing, spend time with your family. If we do not have a plan to raise our children to be good, responsible citizens, they'll be responsible and our society will turn out bad. You leave your religious society. You go among your peers. Now, even in birthday parties, until we start becoming intentional, what kind of songs are played for our children in our children's birthday parties? What songs are played in our wedding receptions? I don't know whether you're getting if there is a reorientation everywhere, parenting is promoted in a good light, good values are preached. Before long, everybody will come to that awareness. If possible, create a ministry in the government that deals with that, where there will be a media publications where things will be said. Before long, people will know, maybe this parenting thing is serious. This government is really talking about it. Let's include it, and people will begin to tailor towards the right path. I think that's one of the ways to go about it.
The next episode was with the woman we all love, an icon who has been an entrepreneur for 5 decades. This episode, I was super honored to have spoken with her. 50 good years, 5 decades. I'm talking about Chief Dr. Mrs. Nike David Okundaye. I call her Mama Nike. I think I'm not the only one that calls her that. Every other person does. And I just want to say that thank you, Ma, for being an inspiration to us all and a true reflection of the endless beauty of our heritage. Mama has got lots of wise words. Listen to this.
Why I try to go back to Gele is just because I want our children to know they are always the queen of their house. Once you wear your hair like this, hair of a woman is their crown too. When you wear your beautiful hair, your husband will even give you money. Go and do hair for me. So it's your crown. So then when you don't do the hair, you wear your hair tie, and your hair tie is your queen, is your crown. So every woman is a queen of their house, and the hair and the hat is their crown. No, this is lovely. It's part of you are wearing a crown. You know, in those days, a woman will do shuku, shuku ologede, bamole, men follow me, and men talk. So give them some, all is part of hair. So it's like a crown. Hairstyle is a crown. And then when you now want to put on top of it, you put the gele.
And on number 6, yet again, it's the other health episode. We seem to love health talks. Maybe we'll do more of that in the coming year. But for now, let's look at the 6th episode on our countdown. And this was with my godmother, Mommy Nia Olukmono.
I am a keep fit person. Okay. So I'm not against losing weight. but your losing weight needs to be meaningful with your lifestyle. Okay? Something happened before that woman gained her weight. So there's a cultural factor too behind weight loss. Most men would want to be seeing their wives the way they were when they get married. But what we don't factor in is when the woman becomes pregnant, there are changes, the hormones will help her build up, and it's so difficult to lose. So men would want to see women who are in shape, and maybe that's why women are going that trend. It's not that losing weight doesn't have its implication, it does. But how do you go about losing weight? If you watch your diet, if you do your exercises, if you live healthy, your sleep pattern and all that, it's going to help you.
Number 5 on my list was the Money Talk with Elizabeth Epo, a financial enthusiast. This information in this episode is still very much relevant, and the lessons learned can still be acted upon in the coming year. Take a look.
When it comes to financial goals, it will depend on what stage of your life you're in. It's important that you set goals because goals put you on the path towards what you want to achieve, what you need to look, what you're going to be looking forward to for the year and the future years. So it's important you set goals, but that will also depend on what stage of your life you're in. If you're in a stage where you are just growing your wealth or accumulating your wealth, the goal you will set for yourself will be different from someone who is in a stage where they are set to retire and they're already thinking of transfer of wealth either to their children or for charitable purposes. So you need to determine for yourself what stage or season of your life you are in. But goals such as having an emergency fund, if last year taught us anything, is important. Is the importance of having something aside should life give you uncertainties or unexpected calls. So building an emergency fund should be one of the goals that everybody or every woman should set for themselves for the year 2020. If you do not have one, you want to build one. If you already have one, you now have to review it and be sure that it's enough for you for the either 3, 6, 1 year, depending on how long you want it to be, and depending on how long you want it to last for you, or should anything go wrong.
And on number 4, we have the episode with a beautiful young entrepreneur, Orerun Shewa of R&B Essentials. I think this has to be, I think I loved all my episodes, but this was one of my best episodes. I'm not going to deny that. Orerun Shewa of R&B Essentials is constantly changing the face of the skincare industry with so much originality, intentionality, transparency, and definitely authenticity. Take a look.
Not just a beauty company, we're about total wellness, and not just about like, oh, have a bubble bath, apply some cream on your hand, glow. No,
I've heard enough of that.
No, we're away from that. We don't want to be part of the superficial. We want to talk to you about what is really going on. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I'm like, I take, even if my days are so busy where I don't even have time to even just eat, honestly. Like, there are days where I may get to like 5 o'clock, I've not eaten. That's the honest truth. But what I don't sacrifice is the time that I spend in the bathroom. And that is from in the shower to, moisturizing, and just because that time you can't hold your phone while you're moisturizing. You have it to yourself. You have it to yourself. You can't be on the phone while you're in the shower. I mean, I'm sure people do that in some way, maybe with AirPods or something, but I'm not on the phone while I'm in the shower. So I actually take that time to center myself. What is going on? Am I happy? Because really, if you're not centered, if you're not really mindful, how can you actually achieve anything in life? And I think we try to pass that notion onto our customers to ensure that they're spending a bit of time on themselves. Because if you're not complete within, and it's not a cliche, if you are not whole within, you do not have anything to give any other person, and people need you, right? So really, I think we're more than a beauty brand. We're about total wellness.
And on number 3, this episode was worth it. And here's why it was worth it. We traveled all the way to Ibadan just because we wanted to see the amazing Adejoke Lasisi, the woman with the magical hands that has been recycling and is still recycling pure water sachets and turning them into meaningful things like backpacks, dresses, key holders, boxes, and so on. The dress she was even wearing on that episode was made of pure water sachet. So if you missed it, here's a snippet.
You can, where will you keep it? Like, once you just drink it, I bet it like it doesn't stay up to like minutes.
Yeah.
Once you just take it like this, it's like the most trash item that I've ever seen in my life. People just drink it. Boom! They would collect the one again, like in the market. Just drop it, just drop it. That's the way people use it. And one thing again that I realized about is that you can't even keep water. Like, even if you don't finish the water, you still throw it away with the water. At least PET bottles, you can still like, probably if you don't finish the water, you can still put it in your bag. But, pure water sachet, please, will you carry the remaining water inside your bag and the water will pour? So it's not possible. So it's easily discarded. One of the single-use plastic that is easily, it is pure water sachet. So we're like, okay, how can we start weaving this thing, that how can we convert the weaving so that it can become this thing? So later on, we were able to get the right size to shred.
And on number 2 on our countdown list was the fashion and productivity episode with Okweyemi Adeleye Okeshelu, author Quintessence by Okwe. She made me get familiar with the word quintessence. Take a look.
For me, I really like combining colors. So I'm like powder blue and navy blue, perfect. Let's do that, it makes sense. But then, just as you mentioned, you don't want to be too loud. But of course, you can still play with colors. You know, in fashion, you can have like 3 colors and go with it. You can combine 3 colors. And those 3 colors, black and white, are not even inclusive. So you can do mustard, for example, and combine, mustard with wine, and then just do black, add black to it. So there are certain ways you can still combine the colors, but tone it down, maybe with black, with white. It doesn't want to be too loud, emerald green and lemon or orange, you know, that's too loud. Just, what I'm trying to say is we can mix colors, but still make it cool and not so loud.
And sitting at number 1, ta-da! Drum rolls, please. This number 1 was the most emotional episode we had this year. Veronica, thank you so much for allowing me to spotlight you and to share your story with the world. And same is the story with a lot of people out there. I love you. I sincerely do love you. And I just want you to know that nothing is stopping your dreams. And here's a snippet to this episode.
When I was in 100 level, then the money wasn't enough for all I needed. So 100 level at our school, they said we should get this tax clearance. I'm going to get tax clearance at the local government. It was not 20,000 then or 10,000, I can't remember. So I had no money to get that. 100 level first semester, my school fees wasn't complete then. So I couldn't do some exams first semester. Second semester, I missed all my departmentals. I couldn't do that too. So at the end, I had 2 extra years.
And that's all I have for you on our top 10 countdown. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really running out of time now, and I just have to do my appreciation speech really quick. First of all, I'd like to say a very big thank you to all our guests that made it to the program this year. It's a really, really long list. I'm super grateful to every single woman that sat with me this year. You all have a special place in my heart. And to the content team, thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. The production team, Prosper Odawele, David Komolafe, thank you so much. I appreciate your hard work. Let's do more next year. And to the Web TV crew, it's a long list. Thank you very, very, very much. How can I forget my amazing viewers? Thank you to you, and to you. I love you so much. At this point, I think I deserve a thank you to myself as well. Thank you. So thank you, Ayomide. And until next year, 2022, do not forget that you are beautiful, you are special, your dreams are valid, and you are important to the society. Season's greetings, enjoy yourself, have fun as much as you want. And I'm wishing you a prosperous new year.